I'm just laughing at myself. I just did my whole intro. That's like, I'm here to tell you, I'm not making excuses for myself, but I'm a little bit brain dead, more than normal today. Just a lot of pain. So let me start all over. Hey, all right, we're live. All right, all you freedom loving boys and girls, whomever you are, wherever you are on this big blue marble of a rock we call Earth, Centerline Systems. All right, Mark. Hey, I know I say it all the time. Here's what we're going to talk about today. You know, I do that. I say to try to give you a heads up of what the video, you know, the live is going to be about. But I always say, hey, it's going to be a short video. It's going to be a short video unless you guys pick on me and ask a lot of questions, which I would appreciate. But yeah, you know, last 2 days, you know, I don't know if I've been working too much or moving too much, but it's definitely caught up on me. Today is definitely a day I could be taking oxycodone, but I don't want to do that. So instead, see, that just hurt. I'm having a beer right now. I'd rather have a beer or a glass of wine than an oxycodone to deal with my pain. All right, here's what we're going to talk about tonight. I got a couple updates, you know, so again, the little theme is we're almost there. Well, here, I guess I'll just jump right into it. We're almost there. So I've been talking about when we're going to open up the shop, and you know, we closed down for a couple months to allow us to try to, you know, complete all of the old orders and then get prepared and get inventory so we can start this new system going forward. And that's where we are. So we're kind of just wrapping this up. But unfortunately, well, you know, look, I'm going to be selfish. Fortunately for me, I didn't listen to the VA and I was able to get the surgery. But it's taken a little bit more. I'm not being able to work as much as I thought I could coming back. So we were hoping to open up the store at the very beginning of October. Give me a second. Well, actually, no, I know what it is. I think we're going to open up the store around the 11th. It'll be that second week because we're just not there. And I'm super slow right now. And it's taken a lot of time and energy just for me to cut materials. And there's certain tasks that I can't even do. So I'm kind of stuck on, you know, the schedule of my cousin or cousin husband to help me out when they can come over and help me out, because I can't even set snaps. I can cut with scissors and I can use my heat cutter for webbing, but I can't set snaps. So anyway, because of some of those issues, and then I'm going to get into the shop itself and what we've determined we're going to do. I think it's probably just better. Obviously, it's not better for me. You know, I still need to put eggs in my refrigerator, and there ain't no money coming in. So I definitely, you know, want to open up, but we're going to have to wait until that second week of October. So stay tuned. And this, I guess, on that note, here, let me just kind of give everybody a quick shout out, and then I'll continue on with what we're doing going forward. Then I'm going to show you guys some cool things that have happened here in the last couple of days and give you some announcements for next week. Wow, that light is super bright today. I know I'm pale and pasty, but I just saw it a second ago and I'm like, wow, it's not quite that bad. I think it's the lights, you know, the studio lights. Gene from across the pond. Woo, everybody. Woo to you, Gene. How you doing tonight, sir? We got Snowshoe checking in. Woo back at you. Big Visk, evening all. And we got John, the accessorizer Dunphy. Got out of work in the nick of time, reporting for duty. Ooh-rah. Hey, stay tuned, Devil Dog. You're going to like this next little thing that we're doing. I'm going to show you that in a second. And then John, the accessorizer, showing off a big cheers. All right. Thanks, boys. All right. Going on to what we're going to do here going forward. So I really want to kind of streamline this. So like we're a custom handmade shop, you know, all of our material, you know, it's more expensive. It takes more time to get. It's all made in America. It's all mil spec, very compliant, is what it is. But I get it. You know, I'm competing against, you know, cheap ass made in China. Who gives a shit if your stitch is on a seam allowance or any of that kind? I get it. You do you, right? But going forward, you know, I think, as I said last week, you know, I want to get this gear into the hands of people who are serious. Well, I don't care. I guess if you're not serious, you can have the gear too. But you know, if you're kind of like me, and if you're reading the tarot cards, you know, looking at the dots on the wall, you know, this gear is awesome gear. I really take great pride in, again, everything we do, the material itself, the other businesses we do business with, you know, the craftsmanship we put into everything, and hell, even my stupid mug on customer service sometimes. But I definitely want to get this gear in everybody's hands going forward, because unfortunately, I think it could, you know, I don't want to say it could make a difference. I mean, that's a pretty bold statement, but you might find yourself really needing to rely upon yourself and others. And you might really have to start cutting corners. You know, call me a fear monger, clickbait, whatever. You know, I don't know what world you're living in, but the one I'm in is called reality, and I can see it all around me. So one of the decisions I made over the weekend is we're going to focus on the next business day. So not to rehash that, I've already said it before, but we're going to have a tab called Next Business Day. And that's going to have 2 solid colors, no frills, no herb loops, no Velcro patch panels. This way we can sit down and get them knocked out, because it's better to have and not need than need and not have, right? So get it, at least it gets in your hands. And for some people, if you haven't purchased or you don't have the time to wait, maybe you're getting ready to go hunting, it'll be a faster turnaround. Now, next year, 2025, we're going to open up 2 different tabs. And then that's where I'll have the appointment only and then the normal custom. And the custom tab, that's just really what we've been doing this whole time, right? We're a custom handcrafted shop. So there's no difference there. But what I've decided to do between now and the end of the year is I'm going to combine the custom tab and the appointment only tab. And it's going to be an appointment only type of thing. It's not that I want to waste your time and force you to call me, but I need to very, very seriously manage our workload per week. So I don't get into, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to avoid the 8, 10, 12 week lead times, which what we normally get, because we're handcrafted and custom and the orders come in and it takes a long time. So I'm going to try to really manage that to 30 days. And for me to keep that at a 30-day lead time, I'm obviously going to have to control the number of orders that are coming in on the custom side and what those products are. So there's not going to be a rhyme or reason to, 4 of these and 1 of these. It's just going to be whomever's calling, whoever's serious, who wants to, hey, this is what I want. Here's how I want to do it, da, 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 da. That way I can give you a realistic, hey, we're looking at 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Or, hey, I'm sorry, I've already sold my allotment of rucksacks for this week, or this month, because that's going to happen. There's just no way. I mean, unless everybody just wants to buy rucksacks and we don't sell mothers or belts or anything else, but it takes a full day to make one of the rucksacks. And stay tuned. I'm going to show you one here in a second, which is pretty badass. But you kind of see where I'm getting at, right? So I'm going to kind of pause there, but that's kind of my ramble. So the best I can think of right now is I'm just going to control all of the custom orders. I'm just going to call it appointment only, because that was going to be a tab going forward in the future. And then that way, so we're still open for business. I'll still have the products that are available for customization, but I'm just going to unfortunately have to force people to give me a call to inquire about the availability, the lead time, talk me through what you're looking into. And at this point, seriously, we'll have some other options that are going to be out there that are our 3rd slot options. We might bring in a completely different camouflage. As you know, we're going to start off with the awesome Nemesis camo from Clint over at Nemesis Camo. We're going to start off with that. And then once we're done with that slot, then we're going to move that stuff over. And that's just going to be a standard camo that we offer. But I do want to, as I'm going forward, I'm going to make some decisions about what colors we keep in the Kadura. And there are a handful of places where you can buy small yardage. It's a little bit more expensive, but there are a few more options. And so if you just put yourself in my shoes, just at my cost, a 100-yard roll of material, no shit, 500 denier Kadura brand Kadura, mil spec, the whole 9 yards. I mean, that can easily cost me $2,000. If I've got 20 different camouflage patterns or 10 camouflage patterns, I mean, you do the math. That's a lot of money sitting on the shelf for a small business. Well, I think if I go to some of the smaller run companies, it's a little bit more per yard, but it'll give me some more opportunities. So I can start bringing in some other camouflage patterns. Or if you, the end user, say, hey, what about this camo? Maybe it's something I normally would not have purchased 100 yards of, but if I can get 5 yards or 2 yards, whatever I need for your order, then maybe I'm going to be willing to do that. And that's more manageable under this kind of new system. So that's kind of what we're thinking of going forward as far as that. So we're going to start off. It's just going to be the next business day. And then there's that 3rd slot. Sometimes that 3rd slot will be a product that's not available over on the custom / appointment only side, because I'm not going to have every product over there. We're going to reduce that. So it's going to mirror the next bit. So that custom / appointment only, it's going to mirror what the next business day looks like. And then it's going to have some extra products on there as well. And, you know, and honestly, you know the deal, tell me, you know, or if you call me up and say, hey, this isn't available over on the custom / appointment only, but I really want one of those. Look, that's all I'm trying to do. If I can do it for you, I'm like, oh yeah, I can tuck one of those in and that fits and it doesn't, we don't, because again, I don't want to extend past that 30-day lead time until next year. My focus is on getting as much gear out to as many of you good guys and gals, you know, the serious people who kind of like stupidly like me think you might really need this stuff. So that's our ultimate goal. All right. That was a 10-minute, you know, diatribe right there, you know, verbal vomit. Let's see here. We got here, Gene. Okay. Is that a legacy camo on your right? So this is my right here. This is my right, Gene. So this is my left. I think you're talking about that boonie cap. That's my boonie cap that I wore in the agency downrange, and it's Desert Tiger. And so that is a great question because that's actually one that we're going to probably look at bringing in and doing limited runs of, because I found a place that carries it. I think their prices are crazy, you know, even for the small runs. But if that's something somebody wants, you know, again, we'll just have an honest conversation. You know, it'll just be like, you know, hey, look, that's going to cost, you know, because, well, you'll see in a second, there are a handful of places out there that offer some of these things, but they have the corner of the market. So if, you know, it's even more expensive than the normal stuff is, you know, even the normal multicams or Woodland or, you know, or multicam black or Woodland, you know, other, you know, type of, you know, or ATAX. So, yeah, we'll see what kind of is going on there. But, all right, Big Visca here. I'll just get that caught up. So Gene, I hope I answered your question, but yes, that is a legacy camo right over there. That's Desert Tiger. That's my boonie cap from when I was a cool guy. Here, oh, why don't we just do it? Why don't we just do an homage to legacy camos here tonight? So there we go. How's that, Gene? Is that working for you, my good man? Kind of does, except without the stupid glasses I got on. But hey, it doesn't even smell anymore. All right, let's get caught up. We got Big Visk saying, all right, Mark, shut up and let's go watch. Let's see the backpack. Okay, that'll come next. All right, and then we got VTech Moonwalker. Hey, you guys. Hey, good to see you, VTech. I know you work a hard schedule, so good to see you making a live. By the way, I will be reaching out to you. And actually, please just give me a comment here in the live stream. If you have the opportunity to field the phone call once I'm done with the live stream, I've got you and 2 other guys I have to call and ask some questions to. So if you give me a thumbs up if I can call you once we're done the live stream. I want to bounce something past you. Oh, Gene can kind of see the pack. All right, good, because this hat looks funny on my head now. All right, so you're talking about the pack. Yes, Gene, that pack is coming out there soon. And then Gene saying, awesome, Mark. All right. Just because I'm a smart ass, just give me a second. It's a little bit of pain. I'm already laughing. All right, VTech, I can try on break right now. All right, sir. Hey, so how about this? I'll try reaching out to you once we're done. And if you can talk, you can talk. And if not, then, you know, just hit me up somewhere in the next couple of days when you have a chance to give me a call. And then I do have something I need to bounce past you. So yeah, I'm sure you know what we're talking about. So either if you can take the call, awesome. If not, just give me a holler, you know, sometime even on the weekend. I mean, I'll be working most of the weekend or whatever works for you, right? So somewhere in the next week, let me know. All right. Thank you, sir. That was a big will do. All right, Rajo, give me a sec. My liquid oxycodone. By the way, if you're ever up here in the Northwoods, oh God, that hurts just even stretching out. That's Earth Rider beer. Pretty effing good. Damn good beer, Earth Rider. Hey, before I do the ruck, because I gotta be a dick. I gotta be a little bit of a dick here. Hey, my mistake, your benefit. Again, maybe it's the drugs or the lack of the drugs. In last week's belt order, I made an extra one. This is our EDCP. This is our 1.75 inch belt. So it's type 13 on the outside and the inside and sandwiched over 500575 scuba webbing. Great north-south rigidity, nice and flexible on the east-west. So it fits really well. This is not the over your garment. That's the Sherpa belt. This is designed to go in your pant loops and all that. This is a 1.75-inch belt, and it's an extra large. If somebody's interested, so I screwed up. I made 2 of these last week, and I only was supposed to make 1. If you're interested, it's available shipping, and you know the deal. It's my mistake. Look, and the reality is I'm not going to haggle because it's a size and a color that I'll be sitting on for a long time. We just don't do a lot of Coyote Brown extra large. But if it's something that you're interested in, see our sizing chart for what an extra large is, and then just shoot me an email or give me a phone call. I'll give it to you at a reduced price. And if you tell me a good joke, I'll give it to you at an even better price. Big Visc, it's over on the website. Just go to the belts and check it out there, my good man. XL, it's based on your pant size. So you don't have to think about measuring yourself, any of that kind of stuff. One last other little kind of piece of housekeeping. I hope this comes in. Oh, Jesus, criminy. Yeah, so I hope you can kind of see. This is our new Ranger Green. So it hasn't quite arrived, and that's another reason I guess I should just, in all fairness, say why we're probably going to be delayed just a little bit on the opening is because there was no point in starting the Ranger Green, which is one of our primary colors for the next business day, until I got this new Ranger Green webbing. It has less gray in it. It's a darker Ranger Green. I hope that shows up pretty good. It looks really good with our Kadura brand Ranger Green. And so I'm waiting for this to show up, and then I can start cutting it. So that's just one more little, it is what it is. I'm not making excuses. It's still a 17337 type 2. So this is still, straight up mil spec. It's just got a nicer color to it there. I think you can see that a little bit better. It's less gray. It's not quite like an original OG kind of color, like an OG 654, but it's darker. So I really like it, and it matches our 1.5-inch webbing a lot better too. So this is what we're going to go with on our Ranger Green products going forward. So stay tuned on that. I just wanted to show that off. And last but not least, before I have the fun here, Gene's just saying, yeah, great green. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I really like it. And so I apologize, boys and girls. It's probably been out for a year, but I didn't know about it. And I just found out about it 4 months ago and got a sample sent in. And, now I'm getting a bunch of rolls and some of them pre-cut, and then I'll have other rolls so I can hand cut. But yeah, that's what we're going to go with. It looks really good on the Ranger Green Kadura. Then last but not least, so this, our utility pouch. Now, this is one of the very original ones. This is mine. This stays on my hunting rig for bow hunting. And this is how we originally made it. You've got, with my dark shirt, you might not be able to see it, but there's loops on the bottom. So it's on a horizontal, not a vertical axis. So it was on a horizontal axis. It's loops on the bottom where you can put a ferrule rod, a knife, a flashlight, an EpiPen. I've got an EpiPen around here someplace. I think I've seen some of the previous videos. So it's really nice to have that little loop on the bottom. Now, I didn't stick with this because I personally didn't conceal very well. But then I realized, are you really wearing this as a concealment, like an EDC type of pouch? This is a more open, in your face woodland. You don't care if anyone sees it because you've got your gear in there for work, right? And then you've got loops on the front where, again, ferrule rods, chem lights, pens, something like that. It's got Velcro across the front if you wanted to put a patch, it kind of opens. We are going to do the back just a little differently. We're actually not going to have this belt channel. We're just going to run with the MOLLE on the back is what we'll do. We'll get rid of this extra because this was belt channel, MOLLE, and then another channel here. It was putting a lot of stuff in a really small surface area. We'll just make it MOLLE so you can still wear it on your belt. I mean, the MOLLE, you can just come through the horizontal row where you want it and then just, get it set up on your belt. But I think it gives you better access than the vertical, the way we do it right now. And then, so this just showed up today from Jack over at Black Scout. This is, I'm sure you may have seen this size tin before. This is the much larger survival tin. A couple different companies have their versions of this. This is the one from Jack at Black Scout. And, and we had measured it. And again, measurement, I was like, yeah, this is going to work, but that's never the terrain. That's never the map. So, just want you to see. So here's the opening. This guy fits in here very nicely inside. And as you look, There's still room on the side where you could get a lighter, a ferro rod, a smaller flashlight. You still got a little bit of room. And then you got room on top where you could put emergency medical gloves or, again, or even an EpiPen, some other type of device or flashlight on top. Now, here's what I don't know. Now I got to talk to Jack a little bit. Oh, gosh. Oh, you almost just witnessed a man cry. I sneezed last week and it was in so much pain. And I can't, laughing, sneezing, or coughing. I'm trying to learn how not to do that. And that sounds stupid, but try not sneezing or try not laughing or not coughing. But that almost happened. And I had to do my little thing I'm learning how to do. But anyway, so on this pouch, I can't speak for Jack. I'm not trying to speak for Jack. I'm just not 100% sure. Now that I know it fits his pouch, Jack, if you're watching this video, give me a holler. I'll reach out to you tomorrow if I don't hear from you. But I'll talk to Jack and figure out what we want to do. Because it fits his pouch so nicely, he might want to carry it over on his side with his customer base. Or maybe, he just carries one or two colors and then we have it. But I'm here to tell you right now, when we open back up, the utility pouches will no longer be on the vertical with the flap going this way. They're now going to be on the horizontal. If you want one of the utility pouches and you want it still on the vertical, you'll have to reach out to me. Again, we've got the material. I can just cut it differently and we can do it. But the primary focus is going to be going back on the horizontal. I think it's just so much easier to reach and grab and get access to your material. So again, gloves or big, frickin', sausage fingers, you won't have any issues and you can just get into it a little bit better. So that's it. That's my housekeeping. I got somebody give me a phone call here. At least I remembered to turn my phone to mute. I kept the camera on mute, but at least I had the phone still stuff on mute. Hey, wireless caller, whoever you are, I'll give you a call back when the live stream's done. Let me get caught up. I know there was a couple questions here. I think we left off with Gene, Great Green. Yeah, I think that's where we left off. VTech, crap, I got to buy more green stuff. Well, you do you. Yes, you probably do need to buy more stuff in green, VTech. Yeah, yes, sir. And here we got the accessorizer. I want one or three. That's right, brother. Okay. And now you're going to want one or three of what I'm about to show you. So we tweaked things a little bit, and huge shout out to Melanie and Murphy. I think last live stream, I said we were going to be announcing the charity giveaway this week. Well, that was a mistake, totally on my part. No one else's. I just hadn't thought through. I should have been reverse planning like, a good soldier would do. And so we want to hold the drawing that's the 12th. So we're doing this charity auction for these young Marines, trying to help them raise some money because they're trying to get over to Pearl Harbor for Pearl Harbor Day celebrations. And it ain't just a vacation. That's not what they're doing. They got all kinds of badass stuff they're supposed to do. And, it's going to be incredible for these young men and women. I mean, it's going to be, I think it's going to be potentially life-changing for some of them. And I think it's a worthy cause. But so the mistake I made is, I really want to hold the drawing on one of their drill weekends. So all the kids are there. So we can, sell all the tickets, raise the money, and then they can be there as part of the announcement and say thanks or whatever they want to say. Well, their next drill weekend, I think they call them drill weekends. I might be making that up. It's just I know that term from the reserves and the National Guard. But whatever that weekend is when they get together, I'm going to call it a drill weekend. Well, that's the 12th of October. So I realized we can't announce the drawing today because that's way too early. So what we're going to do is I talked to Murph and Melanie. Melanie's going to be a special guest for that episode. I want to introduce her to people. I'm starting to follow her, and she seems like a really squared away individual, former Marine herself, into martial arts, single mother, just got her shit wired tight. So I think that'll be good. We all need to hear other perspectives. And then obviously Murph on there when we make the announcement. So that's going to be next week's live stream. So this right here is the last of the live streams having to do with the way forward. And if you want, I can talk about hoodies and I can talk about hats. I mean, those are moving. Well, here, I guess I will real quickly. The sample hoodie is going to be here Saturday. So I'll probably sneak it in over the next couple of live streams, showing off the hoodies. Hats, I mentioned before, we hit an impasse. We try to work our way around it. this week. That might be dead in the water for right now, but then, you know, patches, the hoodies, the skull beanies, we're still moving forward with that. But I will have the first working hoodie this Saturday so I can start washing it, wearing it, getting a sense if that's what we want to use going forward. So I'll have more of that information. I'll just plug that in the lives going forward. Again, as always, leave me comments. And I really do appreciate a bunch of people have been leaving comments. Hey, I like this idea. I like that. And that's what it's all about. You know, some of this is I got mine, you know, like I want that Nemesis ball cap with my logo on it for me. But, you know, if we can't make it happen, we can't make it happen, you know, but, you know, I want one. I got mine. But so I'll be making those little announcements over the next couple live streams. But next Thursday, the 3rd of October, that's going to be Murph Nuge over on Instagram and Melanie. And that's when we'll kick off and announce, and they'll be able to provide a lot more details on the young Marines and what they're doing. Let me just read the comments and then I'm going to show off, because we just finished the product that's going to be part of the charity giveaway. And it's one of a kind. We're not going to make another one in this pattern. And I hope you really like it. I think it's badass. The accessorizer, nice fire kit would fit in there and fit really nice. A little bit of Molly on the front. I'm here to tell you, yeah, there's so many ways that you'll be able to use this. And and that's a very robust fire kit, to your point, John. You would have a really robust fire kit in here, or just a small, like a really robust small IFAC too. I mean, if you just want, you know, there's so many ways you could do that. And then, you know, Gene, beanies. Oh, I hear you, brother. I need beanies for this bald head. Yeah, this bald head needs a beanie. So yeah, we're working on that too. We haven't forgotten. All right, here we go, boys and girls. We're not quite 30 minutes. Getting old is fucking awesome. All right, here we go. Drum roll. Somebody give me a drum roll. I'm here to tell you, this is going to be one of a kind. It's the only one we're making. I still am going to try to work with 2 other companies to see if they're going to kick in a little something extra, but I'm going to hold off on that until next week because I don't want to jinx myself, and I always talk too soon. Gosh, you would have thought I worked for the CIA or something and knew how to keep my mouth shut. Apparently I can't. Here it is. Well, there's the backside. Oh, legacy camo, boys and girls. Frog skin. Way more expensive. You know, these very hard to find. Murph did such a great job. I was able to find another company that had the 1-inch webbing on both sides in that pattern. Couldn't find any of the proper Velcro, and I couldn't find 1.5-inch webbing. And that's okay, because, you know, I would have liked the drag handle to match, but, you know, the drag handle, maybe it's good that it sets apart a little bit so you can see it a little bit easier. But the shoulder straps, the webbing, yeah, that just looks freaking glorious. I like it. So this will be the first of the rucksacks going out, and it'll be, what do they say in Game of Thrones? The first of his name, the last of his name, some shit like that. But yeah. Oh, okay, here we go. A couple comments. John saying he'll be at a hunting education camp with his boys. I really want to donate to that cause. Well, John, so just to give you a heads up, so that Thursday, I don't have all the answers yet. We'll probably actually start the auction or the tickets, you know, however you want to phrase that. You know, we're going to put a dollar amount on the ruck. You know, our goal is to raise $500. And I'm trying to get a couple other companies to throw a few other little things in there that actually just would look cool and just as add-ons to it, you know, to sweeten the pot. But, you know, the ruck is already, you know, like if that is the ruck on my side, that's already $500. The rucks are going to come in at around $450, not including the camos. And that wasn't normal. I had to pay a shit ton of money to get that camo. So anyway, we're just going to do $500. People will, you know, we'll figure it out and people can make donations above and beyond. We'll probably duplicate the way we did last time, where you buy tickets off of the website, and I'll limit the number of tickets, you know, per customer, you know, probably $10 a ticket, 5 tickets per customer. Do the math. That's really good odds, you know, right there. Yeah, but we'll have all that information on next Thursday, the 3rd of October, on that live stream. And then probably midnight that night, it'll go on. The tickets will go on sale. So John, and, you know, and I just got to give you quick props, if you don't mind. I don't want to embarrass you or anything, but John's just a great person. I've never met him, never had a beer, talked to him on the phone a bunch of times. And for some of the charities, you know, look, I get it. Everybody's busy. And, you know, you know, most of you guys are working, you know, depending on when these live streams are, and you come in a little bit late. John's gone above and beyond and just made random donations to some of the groups that we've worked with in the past. So, you know, Hats off to you, brother. Hats off to you. Oh, yeah. All right. So anyway, that's just a little shout out for John right there. Where do we leave off here? I think Big Vist said sweet. Hey, and I wasn't trying to be a smartass on the sizes. I just can't bounce back and forth right now to look at them. Big Vist. I hope you got that. Yeah. Okay. There we go. John saying that's awesome. Gene, damn, I'm a tadpole fan. That I'm here to tell you. I say it's the one and only. What if I made one for me? You know, like it's one of those things. Like it's badass. Here, I just got to do it one more time. You know, and for these kids aspiring to be Marines, you know, you don't have to be a Marine if you just appreciate the legacy. But you know, we decided to go with that more desert one. There's this cool picture I hope I can use in our thumbnail for next week. It's of a Marine flamethrower wearing the tadpole, that color, on Tarawa. And I hope that is what we can do for the thumbnail. Learn me something, Cookie Monster. That's really good looking. Yeah, thank you. And then where we go? Here we go. No cell service where we at, but you're down for 100. Well, again, John, so we'll put the sales up, you know, and I hate to say it, but it's first come, first serve. You know the deal on that. But, you know, if you want to add, you know, and I'm here to tell you, we'll do the announcement next Thursday, and then probably midnight. So 0001 Friday, the 11th is when the tickets will go on for sale. I can't pre-sell them because, you know, it's just not the right way to do it, but we can figure something out. And I know you're good for it. So, but I'll talk to you, but that's when it'll go on. VTech saying usually those aren't his colors, but damn, that looks good. Yeah, it really came out. I'm not joking. I wasn't 100% sure what it was going to look like, you know, but I'm glad we did the ruck because it looks so cool on a larger product. It just looks badass. Thanks, VTech. John saying, don't be too nice to him. I'm going to make his head big. Roger Dodger, you know, maybe your head will reach the size of my waistline, you know. Gene from across the pond, a mother in frog skin would look awesome. I don't have the time to do this right now, but I might. I haven't measured it out. I might have enough material left to make one mother canteen carry out of it. And if I do, I'm just going to do it as a giveaway for you guys and gals who watch the live stream. So just stay tuned on that. Not 100% sure. And I just don't have the time to sit down and do that. I got other priorities right now. But once I get a chance, I will lay it out, measure it, and see if I can get a mother out of it. And then maybe we'll just do one and we'll just do it as a giveaway. You know, maybe we'll choose the Marine Corps birthday. There you go. And maybe we'll get Jack from Black Scout involved and we'll do something like that for a Marine Corps birthday. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Thanks, Gene. Good inspiration. John saying he doesn't want the tickets just to the cost. Yeah, so I'll have more information next Thursday. No harm, no foul. Everybody's busy. You know, they were trying to figure out on their side how to make this work the best for them. So they maximized all their money. Like if I sell the tickets on my side, PayPal will take a bunch of money out of it, but then I'll just kick that money in to bring it back up to 500. And honestly, I just don't have time to be dicking around. So that's probably what we'll do. But next Thursday, I'll have the links, John. So in next Thursday's live stream, I'll have the links to their website. I know we've done it in the past when I had Murphy. We already put it up once, but I'll have the links to their website where you can just go and just make a straight up donation. And if you don't mind, if that's what you end up doing, just make some kind of reference to me or Murphy. Well, probably Murphy. I mean, they know him. I'm a nobody to them, but maybe just reference Murphy and the trip to Pearl and the giveaway or something like that, if you don't mind, if you get a chance. But I'll definitely have that info up on the screen for everybody next Thursday. All right, boys and girls, we're at 34 minutes. And if seriously, I could wrap this up right effing now. It's been a day. It's been a good couple days. So right on. I'm going to take a sip real quickly and then we'll just reiterate, you know, tell you what you're going to tell you, then tell it to you, and then tell you what I told you. We'll just kind of do that format here in a second. Give me a moment. Ouch. Yeah, final things just to recapsulate, you know, reiterate. I screwed up and I made an extra EDCP belt. Maybe I should just hang myself with it because that was a waste of time. And anyway, it's an extra large Coyote Brown. It's not a size and color combo that we sell a lot of. You know, most of the XLs and stuff are almost always black, But if that fits you, go look on the website and you'll see what the sizing chart is. It's based on your pant size. So don't go measuring shit, right? Just go with what your pants are telling you. We've been doing this for a long time. But give me a holler, shoot me an email, first come, first serve. That could go in the mail immediately, and I'll give you a discounted price. And if you make me laugh, I'll give you an even better price. I'm just waiting on this new Ranger Green webbing to come in. That's going to be what we're going to start using on all of our Ranger Green products. That's one of the reasons we're going to be slightly delayed on opening up the store. Now, the store is still open for belts and keepers, but now next week I'll start making the tabs and getting the products, the only ones you're going to see. I'll start doing that next week. I got to talk to Jack from Black Scout about this. I don't know how we're going to work this out, but I can tell you, even if he's not interested, this is how we're doing this going forward. We're going to put it on the horizontal. And thank you, Jack, for sending me the tin. Again, the measurements, we had it. We were pretty sure it works, but now I know for a fact, and it slides in there nicely. That's Jack's new survival tin over at Black Scout Survival. It's slightly larger, as everybody already kind of pointed out, whether that's a survival tin, a fire starter, a medical boo-boo. There's just so many things you could do. And there's still enough there's still enough room in there. You could easily get a ferro rod, a small AA flashlight. Yeah, you could fit a couple other little items in there. And I like this version better because it just gave you a couple more options, because we've got these little binding tape tabs up here. That's a pen, a ferro rod, a mini Chemlite, and then the larger elastic loops on the bottom. You can't really see. I probably wore the wrong color shirt, but that's an EpiPen, a larger flashlight. That's larger items that you can attach there. That's what we're going to be doing going forward once we do open back up. And then one more time. Gosh dang, I just like looking at it. I'm serious. That just looks fucking badass. I'm sorry. You're not supposed to fall in love with your own gear, but I love the rucksack. I'm not going to lie, really excited when we can start getting these into the hands of a bunch of people. But I'm really liking that color, and I think this is going to be really cool. I think the young Marines are really going to kind of appreciate that this was what went out to raise them some money. And whoever you are, don't have to be a Marine, right? Don't even have to like camouflage. Love the cause, right? And help support it or not. You do you. You do you. All right, that's all I got, boys and girls. 37 minutes. Hey, that went longer than I thought I was going to. But that's what she said. That's what she said. We got a couple other small announcements I'll be bringing up over the next live streams, but I'm just not ready to talk about them right now. There's kind of more just some additional accessorizing things that we're doing, offering some other things in Cerakote. And, again, so just stay tuned. Some of it's kind of swag, some of it's other stuff. I got to post this real quickly. All right, I just got to do it. Thanks, John. Don't make me laugh. Gosh dang it. I mean, do not make me laugh right now. John's saying, don't get high on your own supply. That's my job. All right, right on, right on. I will try not to get high on my own supply. All right, thank you, John, for almost causing me to laugh and suffer excruciating pain on a live stream. All right, hey, I got nothing more for tonight. Guess plug in Millstone just one last time. I don't know where you are in the world. I hope everybody's kicking ass and doing good. And I'm not trying to be a fear monger or clickbait, but like this gear that we make, you might really start needing this. And it might be because you don't have money to go to the ball game anymore. Or, and hell, you should be out exercising and spending time with friends and family and being out in nature anyway. And it might just be the kind of stuff that might just help save your life. I don't fucking know what's coming, but it ain't looking good. So, that's the other reason we're kind of doing what we're going to do for the end of the year. I've had a couple people ask like, oh, are you going to announce the sale on your website? I'm like, no, the sale is, I didn't raise my prices in 23 and I didn't raise them in 24. And I'm not going to raise them until 25, because let's just knock on wood that we're all here in 25. So we're just going to focus on getting gear out, not cutting corners. The time is the time, but trying to do that next business day, see how that works with people. And for those who still want the custom stuff, just only taking in smaller quantities of orders so we can not get into the 8 to 12 weeks right now between now and next year. Let's just keep it within 30 days. That's our ultimate goal. So that's what we're shooting for. Next week, Murphy and Melanie coming on to help with the charity, the announcement of the charity auction for the young Marines. And seriously, hey, if you're a former Marine or whatever, help share these videos, tag people in it, get Tulsi Gabbard, get people paying attention, and share it. Let's just try to raise some money. These kids are trying to do something really cool. And again, it ain't a vacation, because Lord knows I could use a vacation. It's just going to be a good thing, and it's going to help shape who they're going to be for the rest of their lives. And they're going to earn it, and they're going to work for it. I mean, so there's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes, but I'll leave that to Murphy to talk about next week. Then on the 10th, yeah, and well, I'll give more details next week on what the next two the live streams after that are going to be, because one of them is going to be about the VA, and I'll tell the whole story of what's been going on with me. I'll bring Chappie and Tom back on, and we'll talk about the VA. That's going to happen here in the near future. And then Clint from Nemesis Camo is going to come back on here in the near future as well. So just stay tuned. And then hopefully we can get Melanie on as her own standalone guest, so we can spend more time talking to her and she can share her vision and what she's trying to do in life with everybody. So that's all I got. I'm going to try not to get high on my own supply, John. Thank you very much. You know the deal. If you got questions or comments, reach out anytime. I'll do the best I can to help you out. I really am excited about when opening this back up. I think this is really going to work. I think this is going to be more user-friendly for everybody. So, but leave comments down below, share the videos, whatever, help me help you. But let's also get this word out there, because censorship's real. So that's all I got. Reach out if you got questions. I'll do the best I can to help you out. All right, Gene, get it spun up. Here we go. Until then, keep thinking, keep moving, never quit. All right, everybody, be good. We'll see you next week. Woo. I can't shout. It hurts. Woo. All right, everybody. See you. All right, later. Oh, gee, I just started laughing.